Hey folks, welcome to another iHeart Board Games Top 10. This is Top 10 games we haven't tried yet. Why? I don't know. My name is Jesse.
I'm Melissa.
Let's find out why we haven't played these 10 games. We really want to try them. Sure, last year was kind of a mess, but some of these games have been out way longer than just a year.
And sitting on the shelf.
Maybe sitting on the shelf.
I don't know.
Some of mine aren't, but some of mine I wish were sitting on the shelf. But let's get into it. Top 10. We're going to do this in snake draft order. I'm going to give one. She'll give one. Then she'll give one. Then I'll give one. You know snake drafts. You're a gamer. Also, another thing is we're going to say, what is it? Why we haven't played it yet? And will we ever play it? Because honestly, some of these, I don't know if I'll ever play it. Which is strange to be on this kind of list because you would think I'd want to get these 10 games played, but something could be holding me back. Stay tuned and find out why. So top 10, Melissa, will you please get us started with your number 10?
So my number 10, and this one is something that takes us kind of to our, here in the South kind of style, kind of theme, and it is Big Easy Busking. Okay,
we have this game.
We have it. I did not.
This is from Weird Draft Games. Hi, Carla.
Hey. I didn't get a chance to play it whenever y'all did it at the convention.
I played it at the convention. I've also played it virtually with the publisher.
Yeah, and that's one of those ones where I'm kind of asking myself, like, why haven't I played it yet? Now, I know that it would probably be
we can play it anytime.
Yeah. Well, I know it would probably be more one that I'd want to play with like a group, and we just haven't really had that opportunity as of late to play with like a big group of our friends. So hopefully when we start getting like a lot of these on the thing, even if we have them on the shelves, it plays better at more player count than 2. And so I feel like when we start getting friends back to the table, maybe that's when we can start getting some of these back.
Maybe.
Back out. So that's one that I'm looking for. Like, I want to play it, but I want to play it with like groups of friends, especially, something that's got that theme to it. I think we'd enjoy it.
Big Easy Busking, Weird Draft Games. Check it out. Yeah. It's a small box game. Easy to play. Great art. Take a peek. It is a video here on this channel. Maybe it's going to pop up right here. Okay. On my number 10, this is a game you have played.
I have played?
I haven't played it.
What?
This is a game that's readily available to me virtually. Why haven't I played it? It's on BGA, but I still haven't played it. It's Tzolk'in.
Tzolk'in? Oh.
Yes. So this game should interest me, and it does. That's why it's on my top 10. This is from Teotihuacan. The designer of that made this other game. It's readily available on Board Game Arena. I just haven't played it.
When I played it, and it was a friend's copy, so we don't own it.
Right.
And that's probably one of the reasons why we, we have to, get a copy.
But I mean, it's online. I should be able to, I should play it.
But it's got a really neat components. Like, you kind of lose that on a digital thing, I would think, because it's got some really neat, like the gear spinning on the actual board. It's really, really nice looking on the table.
And honestly, maybe I've started a game, so BGA might say, yeah, you've played this before. But I haven't played it. I don't know how to play it. Yeah. So if I jumped into a game and just kind of clicked buttons, I wouldn't say that's playing it. But that's a game that really interests me because of the designer and just the overall cool mechanisms. And it's in the top 100, or at least I believe it still is. Yeah, Tzolk'in, my number 10.
You'll have to send me a BGA invite.
I still don't know how to play it.
we can teach each other. I'll relearn, you'll learn.
Yeah. Number 9 on my list is in there because it has such a cool box, has such cool art. However, I think it's a really heavy game, but I still want to play it. It's The Gallerist.
Ooh, I played that one.
You've played it?
I played it.
I didn't know that.
I played it, but only the one time.
Starting to see a theme. Welcome to top 10 games I played that she's played that I haven't. The Gallerist, it's just a really cool box idea, and I mean, I thought about doing that as a top 10 games that I want to play just because of the box, but I guess that's less interesting. But that is one of them. And yeah, what'd you think of it?
It was a little lengthy in time, but there was a big having to just learn the game.
Sure.
And it was, when you have a heavier game like that and you try to learn it late at night, that is one of those ones, like for me personally, if I was to do it again, and I'd probably need a little review on it, was to start it earlier in the night.
Right.
It can be a rather, kind of thinky game. It can be fun. I remember it having some really nice components and nice art, and it is a pretty game. But it can be a little heavy as far as just needing that time to kind of really think on things. So that's just what I remember. It's like kind of, once you get into it, it was great.
Yeah.
Just a little, wish I would have started a little earlier in the evening.
Yeah. So is Gallerist a game I should play? Let me know in the comments. And while you're here, how about a subscribe? What is your number 9?
My number 9 is actually something that is sitting out on our table right now. We need to go play it. Let's play it right after this. No.
There's only 2 games sitting out there.
It is Star Trek Panic.
Yeah.
That's
what I would have guessed.
Yeah, it's something that I bought a while back, and it just kind of been sitting. Now, I've played Castle Panic before, and this is kind of like that same kind of in the same vein, but now Star Trek.
But if you like Star Trek, the theme more, then that's the way to go. It looks cool.
And it's just, we set it out. We just haven't actually gotten a chance to sit at the table yet and play it. But
Castle Panic should be easy to figure out.
But we'll get to that fairly soon.
I want to play that.
Yes, definitely. It's like when I was thinking of like games I haven't played. Well, we haven't played that one yet. We need to go get to it. So it made the list.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's your number what?
Number 9.
And what's your number 8?
Wait, what about your number 9?
It was Snake Draft, remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you just said yours. Yes. My apologies. Number 8. Now, this is a game we don't own, though I do own a coaster of it. Like, I got a coaster from the convention one year. It was like one of those little like freebie things. So we have a little coaster of it, and we've talked about it before as being a game that we'd like to play. We just don't have it. Is Flamme Rouge. Is that how you say it?
Flamme Rouge, you haven't played that?
No, I haven't played it.
I played it like 3 times.
Oh my gosh, now there's I haven't played these plays.
Yeah, I've played it several times.
I haven't played it yet. We have a coaster, because I got one of those little coasters from like the little convention giveaway things, like on the table.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, like there's a little
someone
coaster
left the coaster from the box here.
No, I think that's a little coaster giveaway I got.
Yes, played it many times.
Yeah, and just haven't. We don't own it, so I haven't played it. Did you play it at a convention then?
Played it here at a game night, and I think I played it at a convention before.
Oh, yeah, but haven't played it yet.
Well, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah. it's racing, isn't it? Like another race?
Bicycle racing.
Yeah. See, I like racing style games, so
I
think I'd like it.
Yeah, it's a good game. You should try it.
Yes, well, we'll have to, whoever brought it last time, when we start getting, somebody's got to bring it back.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask, who brought that game last time?
So my number 8 is the first game on my list that we have. We own it. Viscounts of the West Kingdom.
Ooh.
We love the West Kingdom games. We hear this is the best of the 3. Do you agree with that? Let me know. So I want to play it. And why haven't we played it? I don't know. I just got to sit down with the rules and get through that. And we've been hitting a lot of new games lately, so I think it's going to happen really soon. But I just know it's going to be good already. So it's like, I don't regret getting it, and I really do believe we will get this played very soon.
Yeah, sure.
So that is my number 8. My number 7 is a game we don't own, but has been played in this house at various game nights, and I've had many opportunities to sit at the table and play it. I'm just like, I don't have the time commitment. It's Twilight Imperium 4th Edition.
Oh, yes.
Now, I'm sure you've played it, and you're like, why haven't you played it? You had the opportunities. Really, it's like, do I want to play 4 games of something, anything, or do I want to play Twilight Imperium? Now, right now, you're saying Twilight Imperium. Yeah, probably. I would have to have a game night where it's like, that is what we have planned, that is what we're going to do, and yeah, that's how it's going to go.
I think in the times past when because we have one friend that has it, and he would bring everything imaginable for it. And it was like this whole huge setup. 6-7 hours later, they're still playing it. And they were all enjoying it and having a fun time. But I had possibly some other games in mind that I wanted to play perchance. And so the idea of like you said, I already had these kind of other games in mind that evening. They already had kind of a group going. Well, okay, I'll just play it later. And then, of course, later just kind of has never happened yet.
Yeah.
So I've had the same kind of feeling. Like, I like space-themed games. I like when I was watching them play, it looked like they were having fun, but I just didn't have that time to kind of put in that right there at that time.
Yeah, and I'll get it played. I have no doubts because there's enough people that own it. I have played 3rd edition several times. It's just 4th edition for some reason just hasn't hit the table.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever buy it though, because it would be a game that just collects dust, I think, which I have plenty of those already. Don't need more. And that's just one of those. So that is my number 6.
Number 6? I thought we were on 7.
That is my number 7.
Just like, we're skipping numbers here. No, okay. So now my number 7. Okay, my number 7 is something we recently acquired. It's a fairly new game in our collection, and we really liked the one that kind of came before this in the same style and the same, I want to say it's the same.
Viscount.
No, it is Alma Mater. Is that the same designers and the
same designers? Coimbra. Yes.
So it's a relatively new game we've had in the collection.
Has little books.
And we've kind of like taken it out to kind of look at it and things. We just
I set the whole thing up.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't play.
We just didn't play it at the time, like
you didn't play.
I didn't play. But I definitely want to play it. I think I need to dedicate some time to listen to a video maybe about the rules to kind of understand like the gameplay or read the rules and kind of understand it.
That's the same barrier that Viscounts has, I think.
Yeah, it's
similar weight.
Yeah.
It's just I know it's going to be good to us.
Yeah, and I've already seen like all the components and they are so cute. Like those little tiny books and just like it's that same art style as Coimbra, and I really like Coimbra. So I was thinking if I like Coimbra, I should like this, and it's got such amazing little components. It's just a matter of taking the time to really learn the game, to sit down and understand it, to play it, and then maybe even when we have like some friends at the table, we can all kind of play together, help each other.
That's been one of the stopping things for me is that at 2-player you got to play with a dummy board. And
I've always been kind of like I'd rather just wait and play with more people than to use a 3rd player.
It can be extreme, but I don't think this one's too extreme. I think this is just reveal a card and do it. It's not game breaking to where it's like you've got to do a lot of upkeep for this 3rd dummy player.
Okay.
This one should be easy to do, which usually doesn't. It's just a way to get things off the board, I think.
Okay, well, now that shouldn't be too bad, but it still would be fun to wait maybe for more people.
Maybe.
But definitely one that I look forward to us getting to the table soon. And
so that was 7.
That's 7. That's my 7.
Well, let's see what your number 6
Alma
is.
Mater. All right, so my number 6. Kind of a similar situation as Alma Mater. Had it all set up, and then we just didn't go into actually playing it. And it's been a while. It's been a while since we've done this, and it's a big one. It's a big game. And so my number 6 is Forbidden
Stars. Yep. Also my number 6.
What? Oh my gosh!
So we can talk about it at the same time.
Yay! So both are number 6, Forbidden Stars. It's one
what can I say? It's a big one.
We set it all up to kind of get an idea of it. And then we're kind of looking through some of the rules and figuring it out. But we realized, gosh, it's a big one. And at the time, we're like, oh, maybe we should wait until we have some more time to kind of like start playing it. And then that just kind of never came about. Things got busy. Life gets busy. And it's a big one. It's a big game. Like from what I understand, from what I've heard from other friends in our group, like they liked it and it's a fun game, but you gotta have some time. It's kind of similar in my mind as like TI4. Like it's gonna be a long game, but you're gonna have fun with it. And that's kind of that spacey theme. So I feel like, I want to get that experience to see what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just maybe we just got to you got to designate that time to enjoy it.
Yeah, the production's great. We're in luck because we have it. I hear this is really hard to get now. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but that's what I hear. Yeah, we have no excuse really. We need to make these days where we just set aside and play these games. And maybe you could encourage us and just say, while you're listening to this, while you're watching this, just maybe post in the comments and say, you have to play blank. Like if we say something that we are missing out on, that we have to play. For example, I think this would be one on people's lists as far as games we should have played a long time ago. Yeah. And we're sorry we haven't. But that's my number 6. That's your number 6. My number 5.
Ooh, what is your number 5?
Is a game we don't have, a game that's been on my list only a short time because it's just come out. This is Dune Imperium. This is a game, I hear it's a deck builder. I've done very little research on it, but just seeing what I've seen so far, it looks really good. Why haven't I gotten it? I don't know. It's sitting right at retail right now. It's like $50 for a deck builder. Seems extreme. I know there's other things going on the board, but I will play this eventually, even if it comes to conventions when those happen to come back. I'll get it played then. It would be really high on my list, as it is right now, number 5, to get played at a convention. And deck builders, we love deck builders.
Oh,
so
yeah, definitely.
It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And yeah, I want to play it. Number 5, Dune Imperium. What is your number 5?
My number 5 is something we own.
Mm-hmm.
Something we've owned for a good bit of time, actually, and just been one of those that kind of sat on the shelf and never really got pulled to play, that I think would benefit from playing with a full group. And so we just never had like a full group to kind of get it to the table. Mm-hmm. And that is Superstar Showdown.
Oh, the wrestling game.
Yeah, the wrestling game. Now, I've taken the time to actually paint all the minis in this game because as a wrestling fan, that was the first thing. I wanted to take these wrestling minis in the game and bring them to their actual, like, what they should look like in real life, kind of the colors and things. So I took the time to paint them, and then it kind of just sat. And I think it would be a fun, like, group game to play, like, get all your kind of,
I've heard it works best at 2.
Really?
Yeah.
And I would think that
because you just control everybody. It's just easier to do it that way. I don't know.
Well, maybe we have to bring it to the table and find out.
I mean, we have it.
Yes, we have it. Some of these games on the list, I feel like even if we own them, sometimes it's like, it always feels like, well, the new game has come out and we have these other kind of new things and these other stuff, and almost sadly to say, it kind of gets like, we've had it for a while, kind of got put on a shelf, and then
forget about it.
It just kind of becomes forgotten, not because they're not great games, not because it's not a fun time, but other, keeps piling up, newer things come out, and so you're kind of playing that, and you just forget to kind of go back to your older stuff. And so, that's what it's kind of like, all this is kind of coming to mind when making this kind of list. Is like, gosh, some of these games we have on our shelf, why are we not playing these? They're on our shelf. And that's what we've been trying to do recently. We've been trying to like kind of take some of those games like Star Trek Panic, that's on my list, put them on the table and say, hey, let's play this game now. Let's get these things played.
I mean, it's not unheard of though. People do this with movies, Like with Netflix, they'll go back and watch some movie they watched 20 years ago because they still like it and it's a great movie, but that new movie they've been waiting to watch, they will never get started, or some series they've been meaning to watch, never get started because they're going back and watching some TV show that's nostalgic or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. So some of these is just like, as a wrestling fan, I'm like, I should have already played this, but it's not that game that kind of jumps out at you. Oh, let's play the showdown game. Yeah. So it's one that I definitely, it's on my radar. I want to, it's on the radar. I want to play it.
What's your number 4?
All right, my number 4. Now this is only a 2-player. And this is the one that really kind of almost like bothers me the most as a Feld fan. I'm like, why have we not played this? It is on the shelf. Ronald was so kind to bring it back for me from a convention. And I think that it would be a fun time. I really have no reason why we haven't played it, other than it just we haven't gotten to it yet. And that is Revolution of 1828. And I think it's like it's just a 2-player, so I don't, I really have no reason why we haven't played it yet. It's one of those we haven't gotten to it.
It's for the same reason that all of these are on this list, is that.
And it's like, as a Felt fan, I should have played this already, but it's one of that's why it's
honestly,
so high on
that's
list.
probably one where you could just sit there for an hour and get through it.
Yeah.
Probably the rules would take like 10-15 minutes to read through. It's not a big box, so maybe that's the first one that'll get played on this list. I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, that's why I'm ranked so high. It's like, I want to get to this one.
My number 4 is a game we don't have. It's a game that I've been shopping for a while because I think we would enjoy it. And I've missed out on some sales of it. It's A Feast for Odin.
Ooh.
So this is...
Wait. Is that your...
That's my number 4.
Oh, number 4. Okay.
So this is a game that involves polyominoes, and I just think it'd be something we'd enjoy. It's on the heavier side. And we like Owl Cats, we like Hatchwork, we like all these polyomino games. We just got, what's the Mars one? Mining Colony.
Oh.
From Dr. Finn's Games. All these polyominoes fitting pieces into things, it's just great fun, and it just seems like that one would be great fun. It's high in the top 100. I want to play it. When are we going to play it? When are we going to play it?
When we get it. We gotta get the game.
So that's the game. My number 4. My number 3 is a legacy game that we've yet to play. Clank Legacy. I want to play Clank Legacy. That's way up on my list because we really enjoy the Clank games. I hear good things about Clank Legacy. I don't want to be spoiled by it before I play it. But then again, I don't know, not many people out there spoil games. And even so, I really doubt that would harm the overall story of Clank. I don't know anything about it, which is nice. But I just know I like Clank, so I want to play Clank Legacy at number 3.
Now, is that something that we could play just 2-player? Legacy?
Maybe. That's more research to be done.
We'd have to see if we have to wait to get someone to play it with us.
Even if it's 3, we could find a way to get that done. So.
Yeah. All right, so my number 3. Now, this is one, I got this a while back at a convention, whether it was through like a flea market thing or something. It was just kind of like I'd seen a lot of people have this and I'd seen the name a lot, but I know absolutely nothing about the game. I knew nothing about it when I got it, but it seemed like a good deal for it, and it looked, the box looked really pretty. I don't know, if that's what enticed me, but this is Innis.
Innis, we have this.
I really liked the box. I knew absolutely nothing about the game. I still know nothing about it, other than it's a really big box game on our shelf.
Right.
And I got it a while back on a whim. It was just kind of one of those, I've seen this game a lot. I've seen it in the library. I've seen people playing it. I've seen it, a lot of people had it. Maybe it's, maybe I like it.
And then it just
sits. But it's something that we've had for such a long period of time. Like, I think we need to play this,
It's been played in our house, just not by us.
Yeah, it's like other people seem to really enjoy it and have it and like it. I need to figure out, is this something that I really will enjoy and I want to keep it on the shelf? So I think we need to take some time in the future to play it. I think it's been been long enough. It's been sitting there waiting for us.
This list is making me sad.
It just makes us real. We got to
wait. We have all of these. Why are we doing it?
We need to get those. Yeah.
Shame. So that was your number 2?
No, that's my number 3.
Okay, now it's your number 2.
All right, now my number 2. This was named. You named this. That's why I look at my list.
Ago.
Yes, just a second ago. And we don't have it.
No, we don't.
That's
A Feast.
Feast for
Odin.
Yes. So this is one
This is one we both really want, apparently.
Yeah, we've actually been in the store and kind of looked at it and eyeballed it and thought, maybe we should get it. And they're like, well, maybe it'll go on sale, or maybe we'll research it a little bit and see if we want to, get it. And we've kind of questioned it and eyeballed it, and I've seen it many times. And now I'm just kind of like, I want the game. I want
Apparently we both want it.
Yeah. So that might be a new purchase sometime soon.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have fun with it. So now we've had some people in our game group sell their copy, and I messaged them just like a couple hours too late. I was like, "Oh, I'll take that one." He's like, "Oh, I just sold it. Yeah. I didn't know you wanted it." So, oh well. Yeah. We'll get the next one. This is a game that's everywhere. Someone's selling it. Some people don't like it, so chances are we'll be able to get it. And it's good to know that it's so far up our list.
Yeah. All right.
So that was your number 2?
That is my number 2. Now, any honorable mentions before?
I haven't said my number 2.
Oh, you haven't said your number 2. Yeah. I'm sorry. My apologies.
My number 2 is Anachrony. This is a game that has a very impressive box. It comes from a company that makes great games. And I see it often mentioned. I don't know a lot about it. I just know the experience is worth playing. It's heavier strategy. I believe it comes from the same people who made Trickerion. And if I'm wrong about that, correct me. But Trickerion is a game we used to own, but I've traded it off. And then after we traded it off, I'm like, oh, this is a pretty good game. I don't regret trading it off, though, because this is still a game that would probably collect dust on our shelves. But I still want to play Anachrony. I don't have to own it. But if I play it and enjoy it, maybe I would feel that way. But like Trickerion, I played it. I enjoy it. I don't need to own it. So, Anachrony. If you see me at a convention, let's play. If you know how to play, yes. Of course. Honorable mentions.
All right, I have one honorable mention, and this is something I think you've played before, and I haven't. Mm-hmm. And we have it, but I wasn't sure if I'd want to play it or not because of the style of it. And sometimes that is maybe some of the reason why I don't play games, even if we have them, because it might be something you really like, your style of game, that you've played with other people, but I just haven't joined in. And this is Nations.
I haven't played that.
Oh, you haven't played it
No.
either? I thought you'd played it.
No, we've had that for quite some time. I played the dice game.
Oh, okay. Because I could have sworn you played you played it before and played it with friends. And I just played it. Sometimes some of the games we'll get them like Innis. I got it because it seemed like a lot of other people really enjoyed it, but I know nothing about it. I don't know if I'll actually like it, and so sometimes that is what kind of pulls me towards okay. We're not going to play this as often or maybe at all because we'll get to it sometime around. But I know I want to play this other game, so let's play that one. And especially if you're pulling out games for a game night with friends, you usually pull out the stuff I know how to play this, so let's play this so I can easily teach you. Yeah. So I feel like that's with Nations. I know nothing really about it, so I don't know if I'll actually enjoy it. Yeah.
I hear it compared to Through the Ages sometimes.
And Through the Ages is I like it, but it's not one that I'll play all the time. And I actually prefer it to play normally a lot of those kind of games I'd rather digital than on the table, but I actually like Through the Ages better on the table. There's something about it.
I like it both ways.
Yeah.
We're about to play that game on twitch.tv/heartboardgames tonight at the time we're recording this, so we played it a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Is that your only honorable mention?
Yeah, that's my only honorable mention.
All right. So I gave mine number 2. So it's me. For the number 1.
You had no honorable mentions for you?
No. My number 1 is Nemesis. This is a game that is kind of hard to get because it's very pricey. They recently had a Kickstarter, and for some reason I still didn't back it because it's very pricey. This is one I'll probably get played at a convention if it's available. But it's been on my radar just because it looks really cool. The art is cool. A lot of cool things about it. It's just really pricey. I'll play it if you see me. Once again, this is another game. Invite me over. I don't know a lot about it other than just kind of more theme stuff. involves some sort of extraterrestrial something on a ship. There's a lot to it. I didn't want to spoil myself too much. I just know I want to play it. But yeah, that's my number 1.
Oh, number 1. All right, well, my number 1 has already been said before earlier in your list. And actually, I thought it was going to be much higher on your list. So that's why I was like, ooh, I thought that would have ranked a little higher.
Okay.
But that is the
Viscounts.
Yeah, Viscounts of the West Kingdom.
Viscounts.
Yes, the Viscounts. A lot of the West Kingdom games I think we really enjoy. So that's one that, you got so that we could play it later and we just haven't gotten to. So I've already started seeing it's like, okay, we got to go and play the Panic because that's out on the tail. And then we got a couple of these games like we are going to get to them. Like we got to get to these games.
By the time you see this list, hopefully we will have played them.
Yes.
But if we haven't, make sure you comment and say you have to play blank. But yeah, that's... yeah, it's a great game. I think it's going to be a great game. I mean, already, like I said before, I know we're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about some of these. Like with Alma Mater, I really liked Coimbra, so I should like that one. And sometimes I feel like we've gotten these games so that we know in the future we will enjoy playing them. So maybe we didn't get to them right then, but
I mean, some of them you got as question marks though, like Nations and NS. You didn't know.
I didn't know anything about them, but like sometimes, like I said, the box art for something, like you said with the the Gallerist? Yeah. Sometimes that box art can really pull you, and it's like, I think this game might be cool. So we for shame.
For shame on us.
But we're gonna get to those games. We're gonna get to them.
Yes, we are. Yes. And we're gonna play them right here on YouTube.com. So make sure you subscribe. We're also gonna play it over at twitch.tv/heartboardgames. Give us a follow over there. It's a fun time over there on Twitch. We're live 4 times a week. That's a lot of times a week. But yeah, we hope to see you again. Thanks for watching. And until next time, the box is closed. Bye.